Hey everyone, it's Bruce in Brooklyn here for our evening coffee sesh. How you doing tonight, Brooklyn?
I'm good. I'm a little tired today, so I might not be so energetic.
Yeah, I'm exhausted myself. Why are you so tired? What you got going on?
Well, we got the garden. I have become this exquisite, amazing, top-of-the-notch gardener since the beginning of the grow season this year.
This is your first garden you ever started.
Yes. This is my first one. However, it is really going good. I'm already eating the lettuce from it, and it tastes fantastic. No pesticides, no herbicides, just straight.
All natural.
All natural.
Now, why don't you tell everybody about how you got into this and what you got going on?
It's a COVID, dude. That's why I got into it. Look, if society decides that they're gonna be stupid and not do what they're supposed to do and this virus keeps spreading, I mean, I'm not going to the grocery store for friggin' tomatoes and all that other stuff. This way, at least I've grown it. It's my own.
Well, even...
Plus, it's healthier.
Well, even besides the COVID and stuff, how big is this garden you got? So this way, I mean, nobody can see, so you got to really paint them a picture of what you got going on out there, because I know what you got going on out there, and it looks like she's growing a rainforest, folks.
I am. I have like, I don't know, maybe 20 stalks of corn. Is it stalks? Stalks. See, when I say stuff like that, my accent comes out, and I don't like talking like that. Okay. I don't think the audience wants to hear me talking like that.
Your name's Brooklyn for a reason.
I know.
So, alright, so you got about 20 stalks of corn.
20 stalks of corn.
How many rows do you have in your garden? Different plants.
So here's the deal about my garden, because, you know, I'm so great at it. I cut the rows, and I realistically, I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to plant 15 different vegetables and fruits and stuff.
Okay.
And I wasn't thinking straight. So there was initially some rows that had like 2 or 3 different vegetables in it.
So you're trying to say is you mixed your rows.
I mixed my rows up. So but then we had this frost, and then I had to replant everything.
But you still got mixed rows.
But I probably have I want to say about like 12 rows now. But the rows are like, I don't know, they've got to be at least 25 feet long.
Yeah, it's not a small backyard garden. It's more of a, I guess you could say like a Farmville garden. Yeah, I mean, she's got a monster out there, folks. So, we got corn. What else?
We got corn, we got tomatoes. I got some cucumbers and some broccoli and Brussels sprouts, because I'm a weirdo and I like Brussels sprouts.
And I think those are the biggest plants in your garden, ain't they?
I believe so. I think from everything I watched, I think it's supposed to grow at least like 4 to 5 feet.
Well, they're probably already about 3 foot.
Probably.
They're up there.
They're up there.
Some of them leaves look like they could be elephant ear size. I mean, you got some...
I'm afraid I'm afraid sometimes to walk, like when I'm watering.
Yeah.
I'm afraid sometimes I'm thinking there's going to be like a snake gonna bite my feet.
And there probably could. I mean, that thing's like, it's a jungle. I'm sure there's a lot of things living in there.
You know, I sprayed the neem oil.
Okay.
Because there was something munching on my leafy stuff.
Everything in your garden is food, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing...
No.
There's no smokables or any funny business and none of that stuff in your garden, correct?
Maybe. No, there's not. No, there's really not. You know, it's funny, something as simple as a plant, you know.
So it's all
just
vegetables.
All over the place.
It's all a vegetable garden.
Yeah. It's all vegetable. Well, no. I have watermelons, and I have cantaloupe. I have pumpkins. lettuce. I have lots of lettuce. I have like the romaine lettuce, and then
And
I have
lettuce
like a
is good.
spring lettuce.
I've been eating salads with the lettuce, and she did real good, folks. It looks great, tastes great.
I think so. Fresh. And like you can tell too. Like you can tell the difference. Like because with the store, it goes to the factory, then they freeze it,
Yeah.
and then they send it out to the stores, and the stores like
Well,
what's
even-
that word? They defrost it.
Even the difference between the sprays and to keep bugs off, and you got none of that on there. You just got some neem soap.
Yeah, I just got neem oil soap. I think it's called.
Okay, you don't
I
even
know.
use much, I know.
Some of my favorite gardeners use it for other gardening stuff.
Yeah, well, it's a good natural product that
Yeah.
instead of using Roundup.
No, definitely.
Now, all your weeding you do naturally. You got no killers, or you're out there hand picking like the old schools.
Yeah, I had little minions that I charge with helping me out.
Garden helpers,
Yeah,
minions.
Minions.
I like that.
they really do. They help me out a lot, and they help me. They go because it's hard for me to as getting older. It's hard. I'm not 20 anymore, so I can't bend over all day and constantly get all the weeds out.
Gotcha.
I tell you, I really, 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 really need a vacation.
Well, on another good note, I edited all day. I figured out the rest of my Twitter, and
Tweeter. You tweeter? Tweeter on your Peter?
finished all the dubbing and editing, and
That took you forever, dude.
it's a lot of work. It's not just sitting here and having fun and recording. And
You were going bonkers all day.
it was some last night, and pretty much all day until about now. So maybe 20
It was. I bet you it was probably 20 minutes ago he was done, and he sent it out to everybody.
Yeah, we literally just put up the first episode before taping this episode.
Yeah.
So I got about 16 to 20 hours in maybe editing and adjusting sounds, and it's a lot of work. And
But don't. Sorry, go ahead.
it sounds good. So I'm gonna, as we go, I'm sure it's gonna get better, and we're gonna upgrade equipment. But we're starting out with some good stuff. So I think really hope everybody enjoys it, or if anybody has any ideas or segments we can do, or obviously if you want to be on the show, hit us up. We'll get you on. We need guests and people to talk to and have fun.
I feel like the
You
kid
know.
at the playground. I need friends.
Yeah, can you play with us? Come play with us. Ask your
Would
mom
you
if you
be
can
my
come out and play.
friend?
It'd just be
Well,
an hour.
You should be 18 if you're 18 and older if you're listening to the show.
Well, obviously you gotta of age, but still ask your mom. But Brooklyn, while I was doing all that editing, and when you were done with your garden and you decided to come to work today,
now I'm sitting here with the freaking sunburn that hurts so bad.
hey, what you do on your off time is your problem. Don't come to work. Don't bring your problems to work.
Shut the fuck up.
I don't want to hear it. So you did some writing while I was finishing up getting our first episode up.
Yeah.
So-
I found some really cool, interesting did you knows.
Did you knows?
Did you know?
So you got a bunch of stuff for us today.
We should have we should try and find a sound bite or somebody sneezing did you knows? Choo!
We can. We're gonna get some samples, and we got some goodies coming. I got all types
Should
of
write it down
technical
so
stuff.
we don't forget. You know how we roll.
Yeah, we're gonna probably forget, but it's gonna be in episodes.
Yeah.
So we could
Yeah.
our own episodes could be our own notes.
Well-
fuck everybody and fuck our fans. We're just doing this. This is just our notes. So
This
if you
is-
want to listen to our notes, this is what
No.
it is. It's not a podcast anymore. It's a note show.
So did you know that in Italy,
Italy.
the word Topolino
Topolino.
means Mickey Mouse?
Really?
So it'd be like T-O-P.
Now here's a
O-L-I.
Now here's a question: Is that the Italian translation for the name Mickey Mouse?
Yeah.
Or
That's what they call Mickey Mouse.
Okay, so it's not just like Mouse is a Topolino.
Right.
It's
No.
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse is Topolino.
All right, that's cool.
So,
That's pretty cool.
yeah. So if we ever went to Disney World in
right-
Italy, do they have it? I could have sworn they had it in like other countries.
I know there's one in Japan, I believe. Let's go to these fancy internet devices.
Be like, hey Siri.
Yeah, ask Siri. We're gonna have Siri as a guest now.
Hey Siri.
Brooklyn Siri's whack as fuck.
Is
He's like,
Disneyland in Italy? He's like, shut up, you dumb bitch.
The only option I found is Disneyland on via Massimo Stanzioni in Fratamagere.
What the
Does
fuck?
that one sound good?
It's 5,130 miles
Sorry,
away.
I'm
Oh, shut the fuck up, bitch. Yeah,
So there's one in Italy.
I guess so, yeah.
All
Or
right.
something about it.
But see, we can't trust Brooklyn Siri because I can't trust a male Siri.
Why?
Because Siri's supposed to sound like Siri.
Is that why you have a girl doctor?
Huh?
Is that why you have a girl doctor?
What do you mean?
Like you can't trust a male doing something?
No, it's not that I don't trust a male. It's just Siri's a chick. And then yours is British or something.
British.
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 Uh,
Cheerio.
Cheerio. Alright, so we learned
Do you
something.
have any Grey Poupon?
So we learned that Mickey Mouse is called a Topolino.
Yeah. And
That kind of sounds like some kind of like cake or something you would eat in Italy. Like, can I get a piece of Topolino and a coffee?
That sounds
Or
like
an
something
espresso.
like a fake New Yorker would try and say. Let me go. Let me get the Topolino.
Maybe we should come up with like a segment where like we could have a dude named like
Topolino.
Anthony Topolino.
Anthony
Anthony.
Topolino.
His name's gotta be Anthony if he's
I thought
from-
this wasn't our note show.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, did you know 85% of plant life is in the ocean?
You know, the ocean's a lot bigger than we think. And
You know, you're about to hear Bruce's theory on the ocean, folks.
see, maybe we'll save that maybe we should just have an ocean show. But
Bruce is a conspiracy theorist.
I'm not. It's the truth. It's not a conspiracy. So anyway,
Long story short.
I'm gonna give you a little bit. So I'm chilling out in the studio and I'm relaxing and I'm working on some music stuff and watching deep sea videos. And there's jellyfish. So next, I got involved, like I'm normally involved, and the clouds moved into my brain, and
You wound up on one function, and that was neutral, staring at the television.
Yeah, so we're floating, and all my work wasn't getting done. Next, I'm studying jellyfish. So, and then I figured, the government released that alien footage and this, that, and the other thing, and then I remembered.
It was the Air Force.
Yeah, the Air Force, whatever, Army.
They tracked 3 of the motherfuckers.
I know. See, I knew about that though. So anyway, so now we know there's real aliens and shit. So I'm like, all right, cool, yeah, not a big deal. So with that said, I remember that movie with the Guardians of the Galaxy, and then
Guardians of the Galaxy.
the dolphins. So I'm like, holy
No,
shit.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah,
That
Hitchhiker's Guide. There you go.
book.
So-
So long and thanks for all the fish.
So I'm starting to think about that, right? And in my head, I'm watching these jellyfish, and jellyfish ain't even real.
They're real.
They're not real. You see right through them motherfuckers. So let me tell you something.
They're real.
What else can you see through? Every person I saw an alien, they're translucent and shit, and you can see through them, and they're glowing.
They said they're green with big eyes.
You ever seen jellyfish? They fucking glow all different types. There's all different types of jellyfish, and I tell you what, nothing in this world moves like that. Them bitches is the aliens. I'm telling you.
Did you know about jellyfish? Did you know that they can live to 100 years, and then once they reach that 100 years old, unless they're murdered, obviously,
They can restart and shit.
they regress. They regress all the way back to 0, and then they start all over.
I know,
again.
because they're aliens. That just proves that. What the fuck on earth can do that? So we had that. So then I got deeper into the ocean, and I started typing in some crazy shit like National Geographic and BBC documentaries, right? And I mean, we got so deep into the
Conspiracy
ocean that
files.
there's fish with light bulbs on them. These motherfuckers got their own light bulbs. Like, A light bulb like you put in a lamp just hanging off its head so we can
Called
see.
evolution.
It's not evolution. They're aliens. They live down there because it's so dark. They think if you get past the ocean, you get so deep in the ocean, there's no more light. And you get so
They
deep.
needed to adapt.
No, it gets so deep that it turns back into space. For real though. I watch these videos. If you go on any video documentary where it's like super deep sea where the fish got light bulbs attached to them, right? That ain't where the fish get electricity from underwater. It's alien technology, right? And you could see stars. So why is there stars in the fucking ocean?
I don't have a rebuttal.
I'm just saying.
I don't have a rebuttal. It just, you sound crazy as fuck.
All right. If anybody knows about jellyfish and like how the ocean gets so deep that it turns back into space, it's like a wormhole. You know, I mean, think about it and then let us know. Hit the Twitter and the Facebook.
Twitter.
You know, comment. Just tell me how stupid I am. But yo, I bet you I'm right because nobody's seen a spaceship land. So where do spaceships go? In the fucking ocean because they go through the water and they get to
there is a theory that that's where Atlantis went. The Atlanteans were
because
aliens.
they opened a wormhole and now they got to go into the ocean to get to the wormhole, and then the wormhole's kind of, think of it as like the Lincoln Tunnel or some shit, and that takes you to the next galaxy. So galaxies are like states. So if you want to get from the Milky Way galaxy to the fucking nebulous galaxy, you need to take the fucking wormhole tunnel. The wormhole tunnel is Earth.
I don't know.
Jellyfish are the toll booth workers. Figured it out.
You're right.
I'm right.
I tell you what, though, if that's your theory with the ocean, what do you think about when the Air Force released those videos of them actually getting the spaceships? There's 3 separate videos.
I know.
What do you think of that shit?
They're dropping off jellyfish.
Do you think like if there was aliens and all that stuff was real, do you think that?
What do you mean?
What do you think they would do? Like,
Huh?
do you think like aliens are trying to come here to take over the planet, or do you think that
No, they're not taking over the planet, but they're here. Look at that place in Kentucky. What's that, Kelly,
Kelly,
Kentucky. That's been going on since what, the 50s and shit.
the 50s?
That was when jellyfish lived on land.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm serious. I bet you if you go into a pond and you go deep enough in the pond, like where like you can't like use a snorkel or scuba shit, you'll find jellyfish or some light bulb fish.
I thought the whole point of a pond was that it wasn't terribly deep.
But maybe it gets you to the wormhole. Maybe you gotta like get to a certain spot and you know like there's a door. Like Beetlejuice, you gotta draw a little X and a knock. Maybe that's how they park their spaceship underwater so no one sees them. They get out, they draw their little chalk box, or open the garage.
Chalk box?
Yeah,
A
like
chalk
Beetlejuice.
box.
Draw a box, you knock, and make a door.
Yeah, but the door went to like the hellhole that was
That
like,
door.
It was like registration for death.
All right, well maybe they got garage door openers on their spaceship. So
Garage door.
once they get into the pond, they hit it, the door opens, they pay their toll to the jellyfish, and they bounce right to the next fucking galaxy.
So
Yeah, Brooklyn. I'm
I
sorry. We'll have to make a show just on oceans.
Since I know that you are at a good level right now, how about answering some of these questions?
I'm not at a good level. I'm never at a good level. We can float. I mean, we can get to space.
Level up, Mario.
We can get higher than the space station.
So ready for this? Now you know the children's book and fairy tale and movie Cinderella. Love it, at least.
Cinderella with the 3 little mice.
Yeah.
Cool little fat chubby one.
Gus
He's my
Gus,
favorite.
He was my favorite.
He's my
too.
favorite.
He
That's
was my favorite too.
That is my dude.
Gus Gus.
Wasn't it Muskus?
No, Gus Gus.
Gus Gus. Well, I'm gonna call him Muskus because Muskus is his brother.
It was just Gus, and he's just called himself Gus Gus.
Well, I'm gonna go with Muskus, who's his brother, who's like a cool stoner dude, and we hang out. And he's like Muskus. He always has snacks and shit.
Always has snacks.
Yeah.
He's like holding a pepperoni down his pant leg.
Yeah, he's like cool like that.
But like a solid pepperoni. Like one of those ones that you saw like at the butcher shop growing up, hanging up.
He has a pepperoni on one side and a big
salami.
and a big old raw cone on the other side.
No mozzarella cheese.
Yeah. He walks around with like a sandwich cart.
So ready for this? If Cinderella's shoe was a perfect fit, then why the fuck did it fall off in the first place?
Yo. That's what that...
Ruining, you know, Cinderella was like my favorite. She's my favorite Disney
So
princess.
yeah, let's get into that.
I mean,
if her shoe's perfect fit, only fits her. Yeah, how did it fucking fall off?
it was made for her, like the fairy godmother, bibbidi bobbidi boot, and it was like supposed to fit her like a glove.
I got it. when we go to the spot and we buy our pieces,
Yeah.
and you know how I'm standing at the piece spot and I'm looking up into the light and I'm looking through all the glass and I'm looking for defects in the glass, like a little bubble or a little crack, and then I don't buy that piece.
Right.
So Cinderella went to the shoe shop, and since her shoes were made out of glass, she didn't hold them up to the light like we'd hold up the pieces. So maybe there was a defect in the one shoe, because only one fell off.
When did she went right from the freaking pumpkin patch to the ball. She didn't have time to stop at a shoe store.
Where'd she get the fucking glass shoes from?
And who the fuck fixes shoes anymore?
Not anymore, but this was like, Cinderella was like, I don't know, back in like cartoon time. So it was different then, because everybody was cartoons.
Time. So what time period would you put cartoon time?
It's like Roger Rabbit, it's in a different dimension.
That has nothing to do with what year it
Well,
is.
she's a cartoon, so she lives in fucking Toontown.
So she's just like shagging it up with Jessica Rabbit?
If she wants. I mean, I guess. I'd like to see
Well.
that, though. I'd watch that cartoon. But anyway, so think of it this way. The dude who blew the glass for the shoes fucked one up.
So he blew the glass now.
Well, how do you make glass?
Yeah, I guess you would have to, right?
That's what I'm saying. When I go to the store to look at a new piece, I hold that shit up to the light, check for bubbles, defects. So when she got her shoe, she should have looked. So there's probably a bubble in the glass, and that's why the one fell off. So, yeah, the glass blower sucks.
So it's
The one for
glass
Cinderella
blower's fault.
sucks. He needs some lessons. He needs to get his skills up to par.
That was the dumbest, 10 minutes of my life.
That's our whole life. What else you got?
I got, why is bacon called bacon and cookies called cookie when you cook bacon and bake cookies? It's like a riddle and shit. It's just saying it.
All right, let's run that down one more time, because I was following along, and then halfway through, my brain just melted.
He flangered.
Yeah, I was just rude.
Flatline.
Yeah, flatline.
You should green out.
No.
So why is bacon called bacon and cookies cookie when you cook bacon and bake cookies?
That's a good question.
It is a good question. That's one of those orange and lime things.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Huh. I don't know. Why do they call bacon bacon? Do you know why they call bacon bacon?
I don't know why they call bacon bacon.
We need like a pig farmer to tweet us, or a butcher. That's what we need.
It's like the history of pig butchery.
Well, why do they call cookies cookies? Done.
I don't know.
I thought they called them cookies because they were good.
It's probably because how you eat it. Like, think of Cookie Monster. You put it in your mouth, you go,
Well, what came first then? The cookie or the Cookie Monster?
And it sounds like cookie.
What came first, Cookie or Cookie Monster?
Cookie.
Cookie?
Yeah. Because then you need a person to be like Smeagol and evolve himself
Did you say
enough to
Smeagol?
become... Yeah, Smeagol. Who's fucking... So Smeagol...
So, motherfucker, bald Cookie Monster was Smeagol, and this dude fucking got a chocolate chip cookie and like Lord of the Rings crazy
But that's how
crackhead
it's gotta be.
until he lived in the
Until
fucking...
he turns into a Cookie Monster.
And then he lives
Just
in
like... Because, listen, ready? Smeagol
Smeagol.
was a hobbit. He was a hobbit.
Alright.
And then, because of the ring, it was like, he just needed it. He turned into Smeagol.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, he was like a crackhead for the ring.
Right. So, you have to have the cookie first, because you need somebody to be like the Smeagol, to be like, I want cookies, I want
Yeah,
cookies.
so I guess, yeah, Cookie came first.
So, cookie came first.
Alright. We ain't fucking with that chicken and egg shit, though, because I ain't got time for that.
The egg came first.
Yeah. Well, yeah, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting little snippet.
Well, you gotta get something.
Huh?
You gotta get something, and I'm
Yeah.
probably wrong anyway. Fuck them.
Fuck them.
Fuck them. That's how much we love them. We're just like, fuck them.
No, that's,
I do got good news, too, which I forgot to mention.
You
You want
What?
some good news?
Do I want good news? I always like good
Well,
news.
we're going to have our conferencing set up probably by the end of next week.
Video conferencing.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you know what that means?
So we get more friends in our circle?
Yes, we do. And I got a good friend lined up.
Who do you got?
We have Marty's Gaming and such. He's a streamer.
Oh, I've heard of him.
Yeah, he's a streamer, and we're gonna have him on the show, and he's gonna hang out with us.
Fun.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
I've known him a long time, so
That'll be a good time.
he's real excited too. And then up my other sleeve, I got some other things working with a couple other guys that I know. So hopefully they're listening, and we're coming for you.
Yeah.
And then once again, anybody else who's hearing this, let's get you on and fucking hanging out with us.
Yeah, man.
Definitely.
Definitely.
So now that I'm done
Well,
interrupting
before I can't read anymore.
and being horrible to Brooklyn, let's let her finish what she had planned.
Well, no way, man. Look, I like any conversation that we can have realistically, because I just like to talk. But so some newsworthy stuff would be: did you know for this news?
Did you know? We need music. We're gonna get a sampler and music, and we're gonna upgrade.
The average price for just 1 ounce of some high quality.
Okay.
The average price. How much do you think it is?
In a non-legal place or a legal place?
Let's try both.
In a non-legal place, I'm gonna say for
1 ounce. Just 1 ounce.
1 ounce of something.
High quality.
Well, you can't, in a non-legal place, you're not going to find high quality. You're going to find what you can get.
Well, the highest quality.
So the highest quality you can get, an average rate and stuff, I'd say anywhere from $2 to $2.50.
Okay.
Now, in a legal place, I would say anywhere from $1 to $2.
Really?
Yeah.
You're off.
I'm off.
$326 is the average. Now, I don't know if this is... I'm sure if it's in a fact page, I'm sure that it's legal states.
And when you say high quality, I'm also sure that it is like the fucking
Snoop
gold.
OG double
Yeah, Primo. And you ain't finding that in a
White
state that's not
Fang,
legal. You're
Bloody
finding
Mary. I wonder...
whatever the fuck you can grab is what you're going to grab. So you're just hoping it's green and you're hoping it smells good.
How the fuck do you think they come up with some of these names?
What, for strains and shit?
Yeah.
I guess they just make them up because you're fucking cool and it's theirs. I mean, I don't know.
If you had a strain like named after, or whatever you want it to be named after, what would it be?
What would it be?
And what would it be? And what?
I guess
would
if I
it be
was...
like indica, sativa, mix?
You gotta hybrid it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta hybrid it.
I think I agree with that.
You need a little mix of both. Everybody
so.
always says, oh, indica. And, I mean, I think it's just both. And
What would you call it?
what would I call it?
And would it be like the percentage wise, like, would it be 50-50?
See, I don't even know because I don't know anything about growing or any of that involvement. Maybe we can get, since we liked all that and followed all them pages, maybe one of them people on our Twitter that grows.
Tweet us.
Well, they can tweet us, and they could also maybe be a guest, and then they could explain. And we could ask some strains.
Well, okay, but this is just like imagination, If, let's say
so, but
you were a developer, and what would you name your strain?
I wouldn't know. Fucking Razzle Dazzle or something.
Razzle Dazzle.
Yeah, Razzle Dazzle.
Dude,
Just smoked Razzle Dazzle.
That's cool.
Is that cool?
The
I'll get me some of that Razzle Dazzle. And you ask your dude, you'd be like, yo, dude, you think you get some of that Razzle Dazzle? How much that Razzle Dazzle cost? That might be alright. So
And
there
then,
we go. Somebody
you have
name
like
a strain
like a
Razzle Dazzle.
Like a sub strain would be like Jazz Hands. Razzle Dazzle and Jazz Hands.
See, you just ruined
That's
Razzle
how I
Dazzle.
did it.
Fucking Brooklyn, fucking it all up.
That
Ruining
was
my
so
names.
funny.
What would you name yours if you had one?
If I had one?
You'd be like, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
probably.
I knew you would. Every girl named Brooklyn says something stupid like that.
No, it would probably be like OG Black
Brooklyn.
Mamba.
I was getting ready for her to say OG Brooklyn.
Queens. No.
Alright, what else did you work on?
So, did you know that hemp
Hemp.
breathes in 4 times the carbon dioxide of trees?
Yes, hemp replaces trees, really.
Really? I mean, look, realistically, we need trees, and I love trees, and they're great, and I love the environment, and I love all they do for the environment. But yeah, I think
we don't need to replace trees with hemp. We just need to stop cutting down trees.
Replace the stuff that we're using trees for with hemp.
Yeah, because hemp
like
grows
paper
quicker.
And clothes, and I mean, it's just nonstop.
Yeah, it'll get there.
Oil.
The world will be a better place one day.
Didn't you say rope too?
Rope, plastics. You can make biodegradable plastics out of hemp.
Didn't you say too that there was somebody
You can
actually
throw
working on that?
They already have them. You could throw your water bottle out of the car if it's made out of hemp, and it'll disappear in like a month or two or some shit like that.
Isn't that what like cigarettes were supposed to be? Like, wasn't that like a big selling point?
What with cigarettes?
Yeah, wasn't that like something like biodegradable filters or something?
I think I heard something about that, but
it was like in the 90s.
Yeah, but that was a lie.
Well, obviously, but like I'm just sitting here thinking, like, wasn't like big tobacco like trying to say?
There's like cigarette butts in the parking lot
like
of the studio from like 40 years ago. Them brand, you could pick up a cigarette butt out there, and that brand was out of business for like 15 years.
It's got Lucky Strikes and shit.
Yeah, it's like fucking Camel non-filtered, Bugs Bunny on the side and shit. Yeah, cool.
Everybody has that uncle. Did you have an uncle that would only smoke Cools?
No, but my dad smoked Cools.
Did he?
Yeah, my dad was...
Your dad was that uncle?
He was that fucking guy that fucking...
Was it cool to smoke Cools?
I guess.
Cool. My mom...
I think he used to say something lame like, it's cool with a K or some shit. Like...
My mom, I think she used to smoke Luckies.
Luckies?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I bet your mom, she's cool, so we ain't gonna rag on her cigarettes.
She quit. And whenever she would get aggravated at us, she would, like, quote-unquote, run away. And she would always buy, like, a pack of cigarettes and a case of beer. And my dad would put us all in the car, and we would have to go find them.
First woman in history to go get a pack of cigarettes. Fucking Brooklyn's mom.
Yep.
That's how it rolls.
She's pretty badass. Hey guys, Brooklyn here. Need to boost your business or page? Ask us about advertising. Also, if you would like to be a guest on our show, shoot us a message and we'll make it happen. Subscribe to Pot of Coffee Podcast on YouTube. Follow at Pot of Coffee 1 on Twitter. And like our Facebook page and the group page. And now, back to our show. Did you ever, like, so you always hear these stories, like, with, like, police officers and whatever, that, you know, when they pick it up, and they find it in a field, and they, or, you know, through traffic stops and whatnot, when they have to destroy it,
yeah,
they leave it on fire.
Well, yeah, but they have...
Do they all just sit around there and be like,
no.
Yeah, this is burning.
I know a guy that was a cop, and what he would do is they have like a special incinerator thing, and it actually has fans in it, and it spins like a fire tornado inside this little...
Kind of like at the funeral home when you get cremated?
Kind of, but more advanced, but it's outside. So what it does is they put stuff in there, and it's got like propane and shit, so it is such a high temperature and everything, it actually burns the smoke. Like it's self-contained, so besides it burning the product...
It's so hot, it burns itself.
Yeah, it burns its smoke more, and then it has filters on the little chimney, so by the time it comes out, it's pretty much... I mean, I wouldn't say it's fresh air, but there's nothing in it. But I do know that the cop that gets assigned that duty...
Yeah.
Also gets extra drug testing until it's out of his system. So they actually monitor that guy like extra. Is he
like a paid leave at that point?
No, he's still a cop, but they're monitoring him so the levels are going down and not up.
But like you would think like they would try and pull something like, let's say you were a criminal and you found out that was your cop and that you knew that it takes like a month or whatever to get out of a system. So he pulls you over. He was impaired pulling you over.
Well, he wouldn't be impaired.
You could use that type of thing, so I would assume that they would have to probably put them on some sort of paid leave.
With the filter and how the machine's set up and stuff, he's probably not going to have a level anyway. So right away, as soon as he's done, they're going to test him, and they're going to test him the next couple days. The levels wouldn't be anywhere near if you actually really smoked. So if the cop actually really smoked, did some funny business, they would know and he'd be fucked.
Right.
But they'd probably be more stricter on him with that than what the cops do anyway.
Is stricter?
But they're really strict with that.
Is stricter a word?
Well, yeah, it is now. It's the fucking on the internet.
So it's like, just because it's done once, that means it's true and it's there forever.
Yeah. You know what I was thinking too, for a segment, is some Urban Dictionary.
Yes, I thought about that yesterday.
You did, good. I wanted to make, since this is our notes.
It's not our notes. This is an actual show, and I think we're doing really good.
Yeah, and they know we're joking. I know I got some responses on the show we put up already, and I think
I hope everybody likes it. And
so far I got a good response. I can go look and see
I've
what we
tried
got.
to tone down like my laugh because I'm a very boisterous person, and
Yeah.
I love being that way, and I've been that way my whole life. But I think I don't want to hurt our listeners' ears, so I'm just trying to dial it back a little bit. But from what you've told me,
Well, I adjusted the mics, and like I said, it's going to be a little bit of a process. I gotta get. I mean, the kind of audio stuff and stuff that I do is with music and DJing and recording studio stuff, not podcasting. And then I really don't do voice stuff. I do, others.
yeah. Well,
I am looking to see if we got comments or something. So if you want to start talking about your next thing, or
Well, I just, that's about it, really. I'm going to plug our stuff. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Pot of Coffee 1. Follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Pot of Coffee Podcast.
all right.
That's all I got.
I think that's it. I guess we're going to see y'all tomorrow night. We'll cut another one, and then hopefully I'm better at editing and all this, and I'll get this one up sooner.
Yeah.
I think it went well. What do you think?
I had fun.
All right, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night.
Bye.